Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Steve about to react to this Omizi vid. It's titled, DreamCon was nothing like the internet said. Oh, in a bad way? Let's see what took place. Let's watch.
It feels like every single year people find a new way to bash and complain about DreamCon. But I will say this year felt a little bit different. Instead of people who attended mainly complaining about the lines or the VIP system, we have people from outside the club mad because they couldn't even get in.
Probably never go to DreamCon. It seems like the whole thing is just for RDC.
Oh, why does this seem sped up? This is not my doing. It's him.
And fans of RDC World. And I don't necessarily dislike them. I'm not a fan of that Jamal stuff they do and painting black people in a bad light, especially since like 2/5 of them aren't even black. But I think the whole convention is kind of just centered around them.
DreamCon literally is the definition of you just had to be there. Because if you only looked at the viral clips.
Oh my God. Who is this? You know what's happening. You sign up for that. Nasty.
You think DreamCon was utter chaos, but that does not tell the story. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I'll have my own meetup. I will have my own panel. I'll do all these big things. We gotta get the subscribers here first. People that will be a part of O-Block. Now, back into the video. Now, I said the Unemployed News Network understand the power of viral clips. And the online version of DreamCon was defined by a handful of those viral clips. Ones that were filled with chaos, ones that were filled with what the moments, and just, you know, some strange clips that kind of had people questioning, what is this convention? But for the most part, I think that a lot of this stuff and conversations around DreamCon are super duper overblown. Hell, I even hate the moniker of CreamCon or FreakCon or whatever the kid is calling it these days. Every convention has these things. This Twitter user says DragonCon, majority white and largest con in the Southeast, has literal blanks and schmex parties with Discord servers and secret passwords to get into hotel rooms, or even find out which hotels they're in. LMAO. DreamCon nowhere near freaked out as the YT folk.
Okay, he said that because somebody below said DreamCon being labeled by non-black people as FreakCon when other cons have just as much freakiness is another example. Black people being sexualized and fetishized where white people wouldn't be.
And every event, moment, thing looks chaotic and crazy if you're only consuming it by the Twitter clips. And while there were some bad apples in the bunch, I can't not acknowledge that. I don't think that this should let people sway.
I mean, that one we just saw, that's not enough to call it FreakCon. You know, I mean, that was weird. But that was just them, right? But I mean, I guess there's more.
Their opinions on the convention. A lot of these things were due to timing, not so great people, lack of judgment, and just people trying to go viral. Most of the viral clips surrounding DreamCon remove any sort of context, and people online started judging the convention from 30 seconds. But for somebody like me, I would say the exact opposite thing. As someone who attended the convention, I met some of the greatest people in the world. Some people that are a part of this community, some people that are a part of other communities. And while I do see a lot of the nonsense that may make people upset about DreamCon, I think that that pales in comparisons to my IRL experience with convention goers. And so this is why when I saw this Twitter user's criticism of DreamCon, I just had to shake my head because I truly didn't understand what this person was talking about.
I'd probably never go to DreamCon. It seems like the whole thing is just for RDC and fans of RDC World. And I don't necessarily dislike them. I'm not a fan of that Jamal stuff they do and painting black people in a bad light, especially since like 2/5 of them aren't even black. But I think the whole convention is kind of just centered around them.
Let me go ahead and put my artist.
Wait, only the Indian guy is in black. Who else ain't black? Who's he talking about? Everybody else black. Am I tripping?
This is speaking from the perspective
Dylan,
of one creator
right?
to another creator. I don't think that the convention is just about RDC World. Now, I would argue that a decent majority of people in 2026 that are going to DreamCon aren't even necessarily interested in one specific creator anymore. And by that, I mean they're not going there specifically to see Desmond or Leland or Duke Dennis or Agent or whoever the case may be. They're there for the whole experience, for the whole environment. And for what it's worth, again, speaking from a creator to another creator, that's an opportunity for you to have a meet and greet or connect with some people that consume your content. Think about it this way. I'm Omizi. I've been on YouTube for the past 5 years or so at this point, and I've amassed a great amount of subscribers and a great amount of following, but I am not to the level and to the point where people would be willing to pay, I don't know, thousands of dollars to come and visit just me at a meetup at a Hilton Head. But if there were one centralized event where multiple creators could to come and meet their people, experience the convention, all this other stuff, yeah, people would be more inclined to come. And the added bonus is Omeezy will be there. And that could have been you if you weren't just a dickhead. It's almost like you robbed your community.
Well, that kind of sound like, oh, that could have been you who met me, but you was being a dickhead. You didn't get to meet me. You was doing too much. That's what it sounds like. I know that's not what he's saying, but it just sounds funny.
Of an experience that they could have had because you want to be high and mighty.
Now, originally I was under the impression that it was just like a black thing. Hey, this is TwitchCon, but for black people. That immediately piqued my interest. But as I looked more into it, I saw that there was no opportunities present, and that wasn't the case. See, when I go to TwitchCon, it's presented by AT&T, Capcom, Chevron, Samsung, G Fuel, Gamer Subs, Elgato. There's monetary opportunities, business, and brands that you can literally walk up to and say, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do, I'd love to work with. That's not a DreamCon.
Yeah, this brother still doesn't get it. Now, when I say that I looked at DreamCon or other content creators looked at DreamCon as some sort of cash grab, probably not, right? It was more of a fan engagement experience, an opportunity to collaborate and network with other content creators and streamers in order to build up a brand and a presence and ultimately grow your community. But with that being said, though, I mean, it's just a flat out lie about brands and sponsors there. The official DreamCon page had to tweet out how many sponsors there, and the names are limitless. Not to mention the small brands that filled the event hall that gave people opportunities to, I don't know, wear their clothes or be sponsored by them if the fit was there. So this is just a flat out.
Not him being loud and wrong. Why would you just so like aggressively state that? Like as you giving information about an event and you were wrong. You could have just looked that up.
As well.
All in all, it kind of just looks like a money grab for RDC.
My God.
And that's okay. If people are willing to pay for that to see you, abuse it as you please. Everything and anything I've ever seen is like, hey, we're up here on the big stage, metaphorically. It's us, RDC World, and y'all are down there. Y'all are the fans. Y'all came to see us. I think the biggest and best part about DreamCon is the people. The cosplayers, the people walking around, the fans. Those are the reasons to go to DreamCon. But if you're not a person with 1 million plus followers and you're not a fan of RDC World, I don't really see the reason to go.
I don't want to make this into this whole creator advice type video, but this is definitely where I think that he misses the mark. As a small creator, this is definitely the opportunity for you to get your name out there, spread the word of what you are doing, why people should follow you, etc., etc. I was invited into the YouTube lounge while I was at the DreamCon event, and there were so many people that I saw there, big, smaller, and different, that ultimately people networked and collabed with. And then it helps you ultimately grow your following. People were reviewing people's channels, you were getting YouTube advice, all of that stuff. This person seems so short-sighted, and in some of the verbiage that he's using, it sounds like he's trying to slight RDC, which I think is useless and futile. DreamCon is filled with so many immaculate vibes. It's really hard to really respect the criticism that the young man was giving. But there is one crowd of people who were deemed as vibe ruiners. And of course, that's always the IRL streamers.
I don't be doing the anime shit. That shit weird. That anime shit weird. Wait, I came to stream because hella people come and stream.
That was Cameron Levine, you know, Zach Levine's sister. Somebody who is an IRL streamer. I don't know. I thought she was the sister of a basketball player. But her words about DreamCon really struck a nerve to the entire community as a whole. The anime shit is weird, but here I am at an anime convention because I want to stream, while the anime community is saying that the IRL streamers are weird. Streaming at a convention isn't inherently a bad thing. But the problem is that when the creators overstep those boundaries and start making attendees who are, you know, seemingly, you know, not a part of the shits, the IRL content creation shits, into the content themselves. Some IRL streamers seem to chase attention and reactions. And we know that based off of the plethora of videos that I make throughout the course of the year talking about how, you know, this streamer went up to somebody on a park bench and did that, or they went into a store and did this. And for some reason, they feel as though conventions like this are the grand old time for me to get my shit off. Now, from my own observations, I do think that it has been worse in previous years, but that does not mean that we can escape some of the nonsense that happened this year.
See, this seems like the freakiest thing that happened.
What the just happened? What the happened?
You don't want to be on it? No. Why? You got a girl. You got a girl who's saying that. That's why. You don't want to be in 4K saying that's it. Tell them what you said. You have to camera.
Yeah, you gotta tell the camera what you said. Whoa, no.
She don't want that.
You gotta put it down. 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 You gotta put it out, gang.
The lawsuit coming soon, but we gonna beat the game.
Y'all, I don't think you beat that one, gang. I don't think you beat
These
that
people
one.
give
Saying the wrong name. Hold on.
they give anime fans a bad reputation.
Ask him what he said. Now, what you just said.
This nigga and the other one who had that chick bouncing on his face.
I think you're home.
Why you calling me a hoe?
Cause I just called out to you. I called him a home because I just called out to him.
Why you calling me a hoe, gang?
Hold on, I'm sorry.
I definitely don't condone those actions. Those types of actions that people were doing in the past at DreamCon, whether it be clapping cheeks on somebody's face or picking up people in a way that they didn't ask for, or even picking them up at all when they didn't ask for it, is the exact reason why DreamCon had to put up signs all across, and I do mean all across the convention hall. DreamCon welcomes responsible live streaming in all publicly accessible areas, but the privacy and safety of our attendees, staff, and guests comes first. Harassment, unwanted recordings, doxing, stalking, or interfering with anyone's experience is strictly prohibited. Any violation of these privacy rules will result in the immediate bag revocation, removal from the venue, and potential bans from future events. And for what it's worth, they were dead serious. I did see a calming down of the IRL streamers because of how serious they took this. I saw somebody get kicked out of the convention.
I don't be doing the animation. That shit weird. That anime shit weird. I came to stream because hella people come and stream. I don't have, hey, listen, chat. Anybody that like that is cool, but I don't do that shit. They be all freaked out and shit and doing all that.
I was aware of actually a lot about DreamCon and that there is anime. I actually came up to a lot of people and asked about their costumes and everything and what they were wearing, who they were, because I'm not hip to stuff like that. And actually, my experience, I actually had a great time at DreamCon, talking to other people, other creators, people that had to do with the DreamCon stuff. I met a lot of people. There's a lot of good things. I did not come to DreamCon to take anybody's space away to hate on anybody. I would never do that.
Yeah, that's right. I'm glad you kind of backpedaled on that. Now, I don't think anybody should be kicking her back in. She had an ignorant ass take. It was stupid as fuck. We've already established that. But I think what she really exposed is that there is some sort of balance that can be had with IRL streamers, content creators, and the anime community that exists at DreamCon. Ultimately, it sounds like when she did experience the convention as a whole, she did end up having a good time. Not only did she get her content off, but it seems as though she found some sort of new love or respect, at least for the community at large. At least to the point where she doesn't feel the need to disrespect them by saying anime is lame. And she also laid out some things that she did.
She didn't say that. I thought she said the anime fans are weird. That's very different. I don't think you should be criticized. I mean, you can be criticized for anything. Who gives a fuck? But so what if somebody says the anime is lame? That's their fucking opinion. You being that weird and getting upset that somebody think that is why niggas think y'all weird. Because why are you so pressed? So what? That's her opinion. She don't want to watch it. But she didn't say that. She said that anime fans are weird. I think. I'm pretty sure she said that. So that's an issue to where it's like, all right, nobody, you coming here disrespecting people. Clearly they all like anime. It's like you coming here at an anime convention and saying we all weird. That's when it's like, girl, shut the fuck up. So I get that. But if she just said it was lame, I mean, that's still weird too. Because why would you come to an anime convention if you think anime is lame? But anyway, I'm just speaking in general. When people say that anime is lame, a lot of anime fans get upset.
And made the IRL streamers more palatable for those that think that IRL streamers are weird. Me personally, I did make content at the convention, but I did it in a very respectful way. Of course, I do have name, face recognition, but I just asked people politely, hey, what do you have to say about this? What do you have to say about why? And are you okay with being on camera? Once they accept it and, are willing participants of being on camera, then that's fine. Some people said no and we didn't press, we didn't badger, we didn't, continue to force the issue. A no means no. I say all that to say that I do think there is a place and space for IRL streamers, content creators, the anime community, et cetera, to be at DreamCon. It's just about respecting one another's right to be there and understanding that you do and can coexist in a place and space. Those people that are complaining about the IRL streamers, sadly, you do have to get over it. I think RDC is doing a phenomenal job getting these entitled people out of there as much as possible. Unless you're in India love.
This was at DreamCon? Oh. I don't know where this was.
I kid. The
said, "Don't make my job
phenomenal.
harder."
The policies were phenomenal. For the most part, they did a great job of regulating the night's events at every twist and turn, no matter how much somebody put some backlash on them. It's not like it was in past years where they were getting pressed left and right because they weren't doing their job, and then to make up for it, they overly did their job. Overall, I think that DreamCon isn't perfect by any stretch of the words. No convention is. There will always be awkward interactions, viral clips, there will always be criticisms, there will always be complaints. But when creators or people actually spend the weekend there, they kind of leave with a new perspective, and they say it's the best convention that they've ever attended. And I think that deserves way much more attention than any viral clip. This Twitter user makes an insane point. Somebody asked, what exactly is DreamCon all about? This person says, been to DreamCon twice, even met the woman in the video both times. It's literally a fun gathering catered towards Black anime, comic, and gaming fans. A lot goes on. Panels from popular artists, gaming tournaments, YouTube lounges, cosplay meetups, etc. It's a time. And I think that that's the best way to describe it. Ultimately, there's so much to do that two things can happen. One, you could find something to complain about. And to be honest with you, I think I would never want to be around you as a person in general. If you're going to be somebody who finds something to complain about in everything, then hey brother, hey sister, I can't help you. But two, with so much going on, you can find so many things that are enjoyable about DreamCon. For me, it was an opportunity to meet friends that I connect with on social media only about one time a year. It's good to have the virtual connection, but I love to reach out and touch somebody. For two, it's good to see what's going on in the industry and get inspired by different ideas and things to make new videos on to share with you all. And three, it's to meet the people that supported me. I definitely would not be here without the support of my community. And, you know, I find myself having really great conversation and connection with a lot of people that watch the content, especially those that have been watching for a long time now. That's why I enjoy DreamCon. And as the years go by and RDC continues to tweak and develop different strategies and ideas for more people to enjoy themselves, those individual pockets of people who complain get louder and louder because there are so few of them. And that's, I think, the biggest story of the whole weekend. Not drama, not complaints, not criticisms, but the fact that there is so few of it this year. This is honestly the best convention I've been to yet.
Period. I love this. Okay, seems like he had an amazing time, and he came to give his glowing review and tell that other dude, shut up. Shut your ass up, okay? Because you was hating from outside the club. The fact that he was so, like, aggressive about there's no sponsors, there's no da-da-da, and it's like, no, here are all the sponsors. There were sponsors here. Like, what are you talking about? So it seems like he was just bitter. Maybe he couldn't go, or I don't know how this works. I don't know if you have to be invited or you just, you know, buy a ticket online and pull up. I'm not sure, but it seems like he kind of had this animosity towards RDC. Like, it came across like he had an issue with him. It was strange. But yeah, it seems like people win, got their content, had a good time. That's what it's all about. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.